have a question for Christians that believe in hell and also believe in an all-knowing, all-loving, all-powerful God. Jeremiah 1:5 says that before you were in your mother's womb, before you formed, I knew you. So before God forms this human in its mother's womb, does God know if that human is going to go to hell or going to go to heaven? If God doesn't know, then God is not all-knowing. And if that God does know and chooses to create that human anyways, he is intentionally creating humans that will suffer for all of eternity. And that individual does not actually have free will because that God knew ahead of time when he was creating them that they would end up going to hell. And that person did not have a choice in that matter because it was already decided as soon as God formed them in their mother's womb. You cannot have an all-knowing, all-powerful, all-loving God and hell.
Not only can one argue that the context doesn't support this, it being focused entirely on Jeremiah, but also this is the classic example of railroading, that if God knows the future or knows everything, there's only one thing that is possible, which is completely removing any possibility of free will that was never part of the Christian doctrine. You've got to remember that if God knows the possibility for the future, he knows possibilities of all futures, all past, all presents, and so forth, which is sprawling and infinite. That does not mean that we are locked into a single destiny. No, this is determinism and railroading, assuming the context even supports it, which I'm not entirely sure it does.